Welcome back, everybody. I'm back with your updates on the EIDL, the grants, and the loans. We have big updates around the infrastructure bill because the new draft is out for part 2 of this infrastructure bill. $3.5 trillion for the human infrastructure, and it all relates to how EIDL will be treated here in the near future. So share this video with everybody you know inside the EIDL program, whether they're in the grant program or the loan program. We got a lot of great things to cover. Let's get you guys all caught up. Welcome back, everybody. I've got the breakdown of this new bill out there for the human infrastructure side of this plan, and we're going to talk about how this affects EIDL and what the future for EIDL looks like. By the way, if you guys are meeting me for the first time, my name is Edward Bilder. I'm a financial educator, and I teach you the secrets of passive income. That means you fall asleep at night and you wake up the next day with piles of money just sitting over here that showed up one day in your bank account. It's a fantastic lifestyle to live. And if you'd like to make this your lifestyle as well, you could check out one of my methods through AirBNB on how I get this done. I have a crash course found right now in the description. And guys, I'm going to have to take you guys on the road with me for the next couple of days because I will be out traveling, opening more Airbnbs across the country. And I'm actually out acquisitioning new properties every day and building A-frames and a lot of great stuff going on. If you guys want to track this activity, follow me along on the channel. Okay, I want to first start out with some updates on what is going on with the infrastructure bill, because remember, this bill will rob $32 billion from the EIDL program. Right now, it is sitting with the House, and it was finally joined by the $3.5 trillion package for the human infrastructure plan. Now, it's believed that this could possibly take up to 2 months before it hits the president's desk to be signed. So that means that the funding is still available right now for the EIDL grants. If you're seeking that $10,000 for targeted advance or the extra $5,000 for the supplemental targeted advance grant, get out there right now and get yourself in the queue to get this process started. It is speeding up much faster. It's happening at an average about 2 weeks right now to get yourself funded for the grants. So get yourself into that queue. Now, I want to do a full breakdown of what is going on inside of part 2 of infrastructure, because there's a lot of stuff in it and there are some very key important things that are missing. And boy, $3.5 trillion, that's a pretty big bill to have to carry. So we're going to talk about how exactly it affects everything inside the EIDL program. So the overall package size, as I said, is $3.5 trillion. And headlines right now are pointing out they're tying these two things together, inflation right now and the human infrastructure plan, because basically they're saying if we don't pass this bill for the human infrastructure side, inflation will just drive more and more individuals into poverty. So essentially more for the people to battle and fight that inflation process, because inflation right now, 5.4%. Everything's coming at a higher cost. There's labor shortages out there and the supply chain is short out there. So here comes the breakdown. This new bill plans to send $135 billion towards agriculture conservation, drought and forestry, stop those big forest fires from happening. $332 billion to the banking committee, and this is for housing and community development. This will include things like down payments and rental assistance programs, okay? $83 billion for commerce and technology, primarily focused on the technology side of commerce. $198 billion will go towards the Energy Committee, and this is to help with electric housing and weatherize housing. $67 billion will be spent on environmental and public works, and this includes cleaner burning vehicles. Now this is coming in at a low number, $1 billion for the Committee on Finance. This is for things like paid medical leave, expansion of Medicare, the coverage gaps between dental and visions, etc. $726 billion will go towards health and education. This is for pre-K, for children 3 and 4 years old, and tuition-free community colleges. $37 billion will be sent to Homeland Security. $107 billion for the Judiciary Committees. This is to legalize citizens, immigrants coming to the United States. $20.5 billion for Native Americans. This is a sad one to update here. $25 billion for small business. And this, it says specifically, it's to access credit, investments, and marketing, okay? I'll dive into that a little bit deeper here in just a moment. $18 billion to the VA. Now, let me circle back here just for a moment. That's the full breakdown. I want to talk about that $25 billion that's being sent towards small businesses, and it says it's for access of credit, investments, and marketing. We know that those are the main items that are missing from inside of the EIDL program. You can't use it for growth, marketing, or investments inside the business. And while, yes, it is access to credit, it's definitely not the same access to credit that they're talking about here. So in terms of what's going towards small businesses inside this infrastructure plan, it is missing pandemic-related items. PPP is not found with inside of here. We need $100 billion to be sent towards PPP. EIDL grants for everybody is not included in here. Now, we know we don't need additional funds for the EIDL loan program. They believe they've overshot this by almost $100 billion. But the RRF program, which has been undershot by about $50 billion, is also not found inside of this bill. All right. So we could see these programs ending here in December as it is currently planned for the EIDL program. I will continue to track this, so become a subscriber, turn on the notifications if you want to get updated on this each and every day. And before you guys leave, if you want to continue to support the channel, swing by the description right now and check out that crash course on Airbnb. It's one of the methods of how I get all those piles of money to show up each and every day. It's the reason I'm traveling here in the upcoming days and building houses and buying new houses, because you could get yourself into the real estate game with a $50 bill. You could cash flow in 3 business days through Airbnb. You don't necessarily have to own the real estate to do this, and you could earn an extra $5,000 to $10,000 each and every month. When you want to repeat and scale the process and earn more money, you just keep repeating it over and over and over again. Check out that crash course found right now in the description. It is the only sponsor right now on these videos. Guys, don't forget, you could also join my Zoom calls Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you'd like to hear how you could become a partner with me in my current B&Bs. And everybody, you can always check out my free stuff section found in the description, where you could go through platforms like Webull, BlockFi, M1 Finance, and Robinhood. Grab yourself free stocks, free crypto, free sign-on bonuses, you name it. They have all sorts of promotions that they regularly put out each and every month. If you follow the video right at the end of this video, you could actually use your Facebook to grab yourself extra funds of free stocks, cryptos, and sign-on bonuses through those platforms each and every month. I taught my brother how to do this. He took a 30-day challenge, and today he's grabbing around $3,300. That's going to do it for today, folks. I wish you all the best, and I'll catch you all on the next one, possibly from a different point of view. There might be a new house in my background, or maybe a construction site. Who knows? But I will continue to bring you guys the updates.